What's good, y'all? Young blazing in the building, man. We got the Atlanta Hawks are finessing the NBA. Check it out.
The NBA offseason is far from finished, but I can guarantee you one thing. The Atlanta Hawks will go down as one of the biggest winners from this offseason. Because in a matter of days, the Hawks have made move after move after move that has put their franchise in a better position to not just win now, but in the future as well. And we might look back on this offseason from the Hawks in 1 year's time and think, how on earth did they get away with that? More specifically, how on earth did they manage to get their hands on an unprotected first-round pick from either the New Orleans Pelicans or Milwaukee Bucks? Yeah, let's not waste any time, because whilst the Kristaps Porzingis trade is a move I really like, this is a move that every single person on earth likes, which involves trading this year's 13th overall pick in the draft to the New Orleans Pelicans for the 23rd overall pick and an unprotected first.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Looking back at the trade now, like why would the Pelicans do that? Like y'all just traded away. Y'all just had to wait one more year too. Y'all just traded away a potentially top 5 draft pick, bro. Like,
from either the Pelicans or the Bucks next year, whichever team finishes
for a
lower.
DQ?
So the New Orleans
Crazy.
Pelicans love the Atlanta Hawks. Does Gail Benson secretly own the Atlanta Hawks and has told the past 2 general managers to help them become an elite team? Because if that's not the case, I have no idea what New Orleans are doing. Did you not learn from last year to not make stupid trades with the Atlanta Hawks when they decided to trade an older
oh yeah, we did. Hey, we did do that too, bro. We every year we are robbing the New Orleans Pelicans, bro. We took Dyson Daniels from them. Now we're potentially just took a top 5 pick from them, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Nance Jr. and 2 first-round picks for Dyson Daniels, who is younger, better, and on a better contract. Did you not learn from making that mistake? At least when they made that trade, the rationale was DeJounte Murray is more ready to help them win now. Unfortunately, he got injured. I think Dyson Daniels is better even if he's healthy or not, but at least the rationale was that. This time the Pelicans decided we are so impatient that we're going
Bro, I'm glad too, bro. Cause bro, I was this close from getting the DeJounte Murray jersey. Would have wasted that would have been, bro.
First round pick from next
Would
year,
have wasted that would
just to
have
move
been.
up 10 slots in this draft, because apparently Derek Queen is the answer to the problems they have had over the last 10 years. And when you look at this pick, you want to know why it is gold? Because the Bucks are one Giannis injury away from being the worst team in the NBA. Obviously, that could happen to anyone, but when Giannis is off the floor for this Milwaukee Bucks team, they have literally no one. And since 2020, Giannis had generally missed about 15 to 20 games a year. The Bucks only survived that because in the past they had Middleton, Holiday, Dame. Who is going to win them games if and when, according to history, Giannis misses time?
Miles Turner.
Kuzma? We've already seen Kyle Kuzma lead a team to one of the worst records ever, and you have given up this pick that could be a top 10 pick without even mentioning the Pelicans. The mighty Pelicans, who decided to take a chance, who decided they would bet on the health of Zion Williamson, DeJounte Murray coming off an Achilles tear, and a misfit group of players. So you were really taking a chance.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mess with Jose Alvarado, bro. I like him.
Well for New Orleans, but for Milwaukee.
Other than that, though, the
to
Pelicans
prevent the Hawks
stink,
from
bro.
ending up with what could be one of the best draft picks in next year's draft. Worst case scenario, the Hawks end up with the 23rd pick in this year's draft and the 15th or 16th pick in next year's draft for the 13th overall pick, which is already a fantastic deal for Atlanta. Best case scenario, they're walking away with AJ. And all the whilst, the Hawks still managed to get a potential lottery level talent with their 23rd overall overall pick anyway. Yes, Asa Nil isn't Derek Queen, but playing alongside Trey Young, you have brought in one of the most explosive athletes in the draft. You want to talk about a lob threat, an energizer off the bench, a big who is comfortable getting in a stance and switching onto perimeter players whilst protecting the rim. You could almost say he would look really nice next to another guy they brought in, Kristaps Porzingis. The other major move from the Hawks involved trading Terrence Mann, Georges Niang, and their 22nd overall pick for KP. And that might seem like a pretty fair deal initially, but you have to consider the 3 years remaining on Mann's deal that they are getting off. That alone, you could argue, is worth a pick just for the flexibility. Terrence Mann is not a bad player, but you will have to sign Dyson Daniels. Trey Young will be due for a contract extension at some point in time. You need that kind of flexibility, and Terrence Mann, I don't think, was a key piece of this Hawks team. Kristaps Porzingis, on the other hand, well, he could do a lot. And personally, I love this from Atlanta for more reasons than one. Obviously, you have the health and the concerns of KP. Let's get this straight. He was terrible in the playoffs with that unknown illness. He has been injury prone his entire career. Expecting him to play 82 games, forget about it. That is not going to happen. If it happens, I'll bite my hand off. There is almost zero chance. And that is a valid concern and a valid reason for him to only be worth what they gave up. But they have depth in that position. Onyeka Okongwu, Clint Capella is still on the team. Asa Newell, who they just drafted. They have depth in the front court. Jalen Johnson can play at the 4, maybe even some small ball 5. He will not be relied upon. But if he is healthy for even 60 games, what he can do is something that you just can't really find too often. 20 points a game, a mismatch nightmare, someone who can shoot 40% from 3, someone who's consistently been a really good rim protector. When Kristaps Porzingis is on the floor, he is a good player. If you just look at Porzingis' last 3 years in Washington and Boston, he averaged 21 points, nearly 8 boards a game, 1.7
Wait. Porzingis was on the Wizards? I thought, hold that thought. I did not know. I must be tripping, bro. Kristaps Porzingis was on the Wizards. He was. In 20, bro. I literally have no memory of him playing on the Wizards, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. I have no memory of him on the Wizards. He averaged 23 a game too. Bro, why am I just... There's no way, bro. I have zero memory of him on the Wizards, bro. I only remember Dallas and the Knicks, bro. I do not remember. He was, bro. I don't know what to say, bro.
Shot 50, 39, 84.
That's crazy.
Those games. Obviously, he missed a lot due to injury, as I said. But that is the risk you take. And the reason you take this kind of risk is the other part of this deal that I love. The Eastern Conference has never been more wide open. The Boston Celtics without Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, and Porzingis. The New York Knicks still don't have a head coach. The Indiana Pacers without Halliburton. No game for the Bucks. The Pistons are still young. The Hawks have as good a chance as they probably
Oh my goodness, we really do, bro. Cause who else in the East is going to step up, bro? Who else in the East is going to step up? We really do. Matter of fact, we could potentially get top 3 in the East, bro. I really top, bro. We could put top 3.
The exact kind of high risk, high reward move that makes sense. And this team, in theory, just looks really damn good. You have Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Zachary Risacher. All 3 are only going to get much better next year. Then you have Kristaps Porzingis and Onyeka Okongwu, who I haven't even mentioned, who had a breakout season last year and absolutely flourished after getting the starting job. With Quinn Snyder saying things like this after some of his performances, I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the way Onyeka played, his ability. I don't know how many backdoor passes he threw, but being able to play through him, particularly
Convo did get better,
two of
bro.
our primary ball handlers, that was
Okay,
really
so
big
3
for us
now.
too. Now, I'm not sure if the Hawks try something funky with him and Porzingis, or if Big O becomes a trade ship if the price is high enough, but regardless, when he's on the floor, he is productive, and he is just another one of these young Hawks players that have me really excited with what they're doing. Not to mention the defense you are now surrounding Trae Young with, one of the best guard defenders in the league. Jalen Johnson's versatility. Zachary Reese-Shea was a really good defender in his rookie season. Kristaps Porzingis at the rim.
Oh my goodness, bro. Our future is bright, bro. Our future, the lights are too bright, bro. The lights are too bright. The lights are too bright. Holy. Holy, bro.
And it is also there for them to get even better next year, thanks to the New Orleans Pelicans. The Hawks, they're cooking.
Oh my goodness, bro. Hey, man. The lights are bright, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. On the road to 200.